Hello everyone, I'm Bob and thank you for taking a moment to learn more about the Heavy Construction Equipment Operating Program at Conestoga College in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. What we're going to show you in this clip is one of our professors, Dwayne, who is teaching a course named Basics of Heavy Equipment in Field Repair. In this course, students learn about the different parts of the equipment, the basic routine maintenance of the equipment, and how to actually perform some of the repairs. In this clip, Dwayne is talking about electrical connectors as part of how to diagnose and repair electrical issues with construction equipment. We really hope that you enjoy this video and come back and check regularly for more videos on other interesting courses taught in this program.
Okay, so I'll stop sharing there. Last little part there, he gets into some more, and then it's into the schematics. When you're looking at electrical wiring diagrams like we looked at a little bit last week there, they can be very confusing and very in-depth. I don't recommend that as an operator, just a day-to-day operating kind of guy, that you're ever going to be having to stare down full schematics. But you might find yourself as a day-to-day operator out in the field somewhere and something has just stopped working. And so it's not bad to be able to look at something and say, okay, here's my switch. How many things does it go through, or how does it travel to where the sensor is? And then you can follow that wire, see if it has a ground on it, clean up the grounds. You can follow the wire and see if maybe it had a rub point, where it was just rubbing against something and that's caused your issue. So there are, valuable things that you can get from just being able to see a basic wiring diagram and kind of have an idea of what you're looking for. A ground here, the wire goes this way, and that's my sensor. Right? You put a brand new sensor on, it's still not working, then odds are it might be in the wire somewhere. Okay. Now, I'm going to switch views here for you. When you put the wire in here, it grabs onto it, and then it will pull it like that for you. And then all you have to do is pull that off. Like I said, give it a little twist, and that will tighten them to make sure they're all good. And then you can slide them through, right? And then crimp it on. Okay. So that's a fancy one. And that's one you're probably going to see. These are the $2, the $5 ones that your boss doesn't mind leaving in your piece of equipment. And it's very basic, but they're very good. They work very well. Okay. This is another type of connector. You don't see them a whole lot on equipment, but you can when things have been MacGyvered, right? And there's a much smaller one. So these are called morettes. And what they do is they have a little band of copper wiring in there. And when you have multiple wires, I'll just show you here. Show you with this here. So there's a much bigger wire, right? Now, if we were to try and do that, we want to give it a little bit of a twist, and then that fits up inside that little copper fitting there, right? And as you turn it, it actually tightens it. It winds itself tight. So that is actually holding on there pretty good. Now, over time and over use, this little copper part inside here becomes worn and no more good. And then no matter what, with a little bit of vibration, this will move. And if you had multiple wires in there, they're going to start to arc and start to lose contact. And when you're trying to put some good hydro through there, You have to be very careful of that because that's when your fires happen with a bad connection. So that is why these are used less. The butt connectors, where did that go? Butt connectors are used more. You'll see lots of those in construction. The best thing to do whenever possible is obviously the soldering. The next thing I want to show you is this here. So a couple of you might know what this is, but for those of you that don't, this is a very good thing to have if you're going to be doing electrical work and stuff like that. I used to use this almost daily when I was working for a dock and door company and repairing shipping docks. There's lots of stuff on shipping docks and shipping door switches. So what these are, they're all numbered 1 through 0 through 9. I don't know if you can, won't let you see that. But what you do here is you pull this out. I don't want to waste a whole lot of it, right? But you see that? You pull that out, close that, and then it cuts on that little knife. I don't know if you guys can see that knife blade. Then you pull that off, and it's completely covered with just the number 7s. So choose this little one here. So I take this like this, I wrap it around the wire. Oops. Okay. If I go like that, I've got my number 7s there now. That's complete number 7s. Got to take another little piece. I put it over on this part where it is, right? And then I can cut that off, right? Cut that off in the middle there. There. So say I'm replacing a new plugs or I'm doing something and I need to know because there's multiple red wires, there's multiple black wires, whatever they are. Like I said, they go up to 9. And if you have to double them up, it's 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, whatever you want, right? Then I can repair that end. As long as the other side, I don't lose my numbers off of it, I can then reconnect all my wires back together and know that I've done it correctly because I've got them tagged. If you don't have these, I've used Scotch tape with my Sharpie. You always have a Sharpie around, right? You can use Scotch tape, you can use masking tape, you can use whatever you want. And again, identify the wires, mark them, and then that way you'll know what everything is. Last but not least, this is what I keep talking about, a test light. All right. There we go. All right. So that tells you that this battery is completely dead. It does not even have the power to light the test light. So I'll check the cells on that probably over the holidays, get that going. There you go, as you can see. Oops. You want to have that, it's supposed to light up. All right. That's a test light. Lots of times there's a little bulb in here. You unscrew this, right? You can take that bulb out. So double check that. You want to make sure that your bulb is still working. And if you have to replace the bulb, replace the bulb. Okay.